Whoops, let me bring this back up. Sorry. Okay, so looking at your work here, looks great. You set up your matrix beautifully. You did the Gauss Jordan perfectly. So now I think the issue is just how do you read your answer? What does it mean? Well, if we just have to remember. We just have to remember what these columns represent. Remember, this column is representing x, this column is representing y, z, and your equal signs. So when we're looking at this, I'm going to start with the second row, as strange as that sounds. What this is saying to us is we have 0 x's plus 0 y's plus 1z, which is equal to -2. Because remember, I mean, this all the matrix is just a rectangular arrangement for us to work with these equations, so we don't have to keep writing as much. It's just more efficient, and we can use computer programs and whatnot to help us speed through this process later. So what you can see here now is, all right, 0 x's, that's just 0. 0 y's, that's just 0. So what we're left with is z equals -2. So like you have, perfect. We know z is equal to -2. But what do we know about x and y? Well, looking at this first equation here, what is that telling us? Well, it's telling us a different story. It's telling us that we know 1x minus 1y plus 0 z's, which, okay, we don't need to write. I think we're okay there. That is equal to 25. Well, how many different answers are there that will satisfy this situation, this scenario? Infinitely many. You pick a number for x, I can tell you a number for y. Or you pick a number for y, I can tell you a number that's going to plug into x to make them equal 25. So we have infinitely many solutions. Now, how WebAssign wants you to write your answer is in the directions. It says it wants y as a function of x. So, meaning, solve your equation for y. So that's going to leave us with -y equals 25 minus x. So therefore, y equals x minus 25. So there we go. So now we know how to read that answer. Y as a function of x is saying x minus 25. You give me an x, any x, it doesn't matter what it is, and I'll tell you what the y needs to be. So our overall answer now would be written, the order triplet would be, you pick an x, any x you want, and I'll tell you the y. The y has to be whatever x is minus 25. Okay, and then for our z value, we found that out from doing the first equation. Whoops, excuse me. We found that out from doing the first equation. That was -2. So therefore, our answer is x, comma x minus 25, comma -2. I hope this helps. Let me know if you need anything else.